internet, it's Katie, and I apologize if my computer starts making weird noises during this video. I just bought this yesterday. I hope that this will make me more inspired to use my desk, because I hardly ever use my desk, and I know I should. I usually am like in my bed, like under the covers on my laptop with like ice cream, and it's just really bad. It's bad for the posture, bad for the eyes, so I decided to invest in a desktop computer, and this is it. I haven't named it yet. I guess I should probably name it, right? Just that like christen the computer by naming it? I don't know. My other one was named Mini Mac, because it's a mini Mac, but this one is nameless, so if you guys have any ideas. Okay, today's video is my first time. As provocative as the title sounds, this is actually just a tag video describing my firsts. Everything from my first word, to my first date, to my first job, to my first love. That's what this video is going to be about. I hope you guys will learn a little more about me from this video, and hopefully you will not be concerned for my health. So starting off with first word. Obviously I don't remember my first word because that was 17 years ago, so I asked my mom and she said my first word was duck. I think I was probably trying to say dad, but it came out as duck, so there you go. That was my first word. First BFF. Alright, my first BFF, her name was Samantha. Between like preschool to first grade, me and Samantha were BFFs, like attached to the hip. We lived right around the corner from each other. We would only hang out with each other. We had like no other friends. Yeah, me and Samantha, we were two peas in a pod. We're still friends to this day, sorta kinda. She goes to a school near me. We haven't like seen each other in a while, so. My first pet. My first pet was a hamster. It was like one of those little orange furball hamsters, and his name was Rocky. I remember one memory I had with Rocky, which was when I killed him. I fed my hamster Rocky, poor guy. I fed him, you know those long candles from like christenings and stuff? I stuck one of those in the bars of the cage, like his cage, because I kept him in my bedroom, which was a bad decision, but anyway, stuck the candle through the cage. He ate it and then died, because I guess candles are toxic to little gerbils and things. I actually didn't tell anyone that I did this, so I guess I've been carrying the burden of killing my hamster all my life, so here we go, off my chest. The weight has been lifted. I killed my hamster when I was like 4. First fear. Whew. I do remember being really afraid of the color orange, which sounds so weird now that I'm thinking about it. My mom said that I used to like not wear, not touch, not eat anything the color orange because I was deathly afraid of the color. I'm not sure why that is, that's so strange, but that was baby Katie, afraid of orange. First grade teacher was Miss Miller. It was at my Catholic school, which was awful, but I do remember her being very nice. We had this one day at school where it was like Amazon Day, so we decorated the entire like classroom with vines and like leaves and things, and there was animals, like fake little stuffed animals everywhere, and I just remember having such a great time in first grade. First person I texted today, I guess I gotta check this out, right? First person I texted today was my friend Gabby. She asked me if I wanted to go see Maroon 5. So yeah, I'm going to see a concert, guys. Woo! Next is first car, which is my current car. It's a Toyota Corolla Sport, magnetic gray, 4-cylinder engine, and her name is Lola. And yeah, I just did rattle off all of those car terms. A lot of my guy friends are very into cars, so it's nice that I know the specifics. Her name is Lola, of course, because I love naming inanimate objects. It's like my guilty pleasure. So car's name is Lola. She has a relationship with the car across the street. You know, very scandalous. Gotta keep an eye on that chick. First cell phone, I had a flipped like this and then flipped like this, and it was champagne. I remember being very specific with people. No, it's not gold, it's champagne, you know? It was the like emergency phone, but then I started texting boys on it. I stretched the emergency term, let's just say that. Next is my first date, and I'm going to nix all of the, you know, little elementary school, middle school dates because they weren't actually dates. So I'm just gonna skip to my actual real first date. My first date was with a very nice guy, and we went to get Thai food, and it was fun. So that was my first like real date. I guess you can count like the elementary school, like trip to the playground, first date, movie, first date in middle school, but that really doesn't count because it was just kind of like for the whole sake of having a date, not really going on because you care about someone. So that was my first date. Next is my first boyfriend. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I have not had my first real boyfriend, you know, like not like when I was like 7 and I kissed some boy and we were boyfriend, girlfriend. Like no, that doesn't count. I have not had a real first boyfriend because no one's made it that far, if that makes any sense. I haven't been in love with the idea of a person in a very long time. This sounds so bad, but I like to have options and not to be tied down to one person and feel like I can only talk to one person, because a lot of times my friends have dealt with relationships where the guy like really controls them and they're not allowed to hang out with their friends and that sort of thing, which is crazy. So I'm just like deathly afraid of one of those type of relationships and being known as that boy's girlfriend. Like I want to be my own person and I don't need a boy for that. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Next is my first kiss. I have a whole video on this, so I'm not going to elaborate much, but his name was Harry. It was at camp last summer, which is kind of scary that it was a year ago. Wow. But it was very magical. It was under a cute little gazebo bridge thing, and it was in front of everybody, and it was great. Next is my first love. I can confidently say I have not been in love with anything other than chocolate cake. First YouTube video. I am going to look it up right now so we can watch it together.
Hello everyone on my HelloKatyxo account. I am just making this video as an introduction. This account, HelloKatyxo, is just for my fashion and beauty related videos. Stay tuned and stay subscribed so you will see all of my new videos when they come out. And I will see you guys soon. Bye!
Alright, so that was my very first YouTube video. I know, pretty embarrassing. I think I was about 14 years old when I filmed that videos. First person I subscribed to on YouTube, I want to say it was probably Lollipop26. She was a beauty guru here on YouTube and she was British. I remember thinking she was so cool, her little accent was so cool, and I was absolutely in love with her. Since then, she has left YouTube and created a blog, so I'm still following her blog today, and it's just really cool to know that she was the one who inspired me to make my videos. Next is my first big purchase. The biggest purchase I've ever made was this computer right here. I've actually done a lot of spending on electronics recently just because I'm obsessed and I love making videos for you guys, and so I like to aid myself with better equipment to make them. Next is my first job. Other than YouTube, I wouldn't really consider YouTube my job because when I started out YouTube, I had no idea it would become my job. So my first actual job was Rita's Italian Ice. I worked as a treat team member. If you guys have a Rita's near you, it's kind of like an Italian ice place. So they have like custard and Italian ice, and it's very sticky and I did not like it very much. The last first is my first time out of the country, and the first time I went out of the country was actually a year and a half ago, maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't quite remember when it was. It feels like it was just yesterday, but it was probably 2 years ago. I went to the Bahamas, which is barely out of the country. I really wish I could travel more. It's one of my biggest hopes, and I really hope that I can fulfill this when I'm older, to get out more and get out of the country more. I've actually never even been to the West Coast, so I feel like I am just, you know, staying in my East Coast barrier bubble and I need to explore. But the Bahamas is definitely my first time and I really hope that I can travel more. Alright guys, so that brings my first time video to a close. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I will see you all in my next video.
Bye!
Bye!